I'm very thankful for society to understand my special condition. I have a doctor, let's say, I am consulting a doctor of psychiatry who is helping me to explain these special conditions I am inhabiting towards the society. So society can allow me to be free for my therapy. Therapy being for me that I can write, I can sing, I can dance, I can talk to myself. I can create my own world, my own little bubble. This bubble is mostly for myself. So I feel good, so I'm not aggressive, so I'm not disturbing the slavery ongoing. But of course, there is also a downside to that, as all my energy goes into creation of future utopias, and I'm not participating in changing the status quo. I do sometimes discuss this or that politician. I do take part in discussions, but it's a pain. It's a pain compared to designing future utopias. I would rather spend all of my time drawing, talking, singing, dancing, writing, than to criticize this or that asshole who is thinking that the past can be brought up again with being brutal, being a dominator. It enrages me also. Like the same rage I feel when somebody wants to boss me around, like telling me I have to do this and that now. There's no question about it. I feel rage. I feel violent thinkings. The same thing I get when I deeply think about politicians who think they are doing the best for their people, for their people. It's not their people, it's just people who vote for them to represent them. But I'm very lucky to have found this blockchain political using blockchain for politics. Actually, it's quite funny. It's not funny. The same day I wrote this, I looked it up on the internet. After I wrote it, I looked it up and I found an Australian group who is actually proposing to use blockchain for politics. They were proposing this to their Australian things, their Australian people and politicians and whatever. So some of that I dream up is already like before I voted, it was already being put openly to discussion and being suggested. So I'm not an inventor so much. Most of the stuff I write is already happening in labs and in thinking thinking bureaus. So I wouldn't say that I'm totally helping innovation. No, really. But what my contribution is that I can pack it into a story. Yeah, I can play with it. I can jump from politic to personal evolution. I can jump from sex to non-sex or whatever, like yeah, I can I can juggle in the jungle. I can juggle in the jungle. Like I have no restraints. I don't need to structure my things so that anybody else's will understand it. No, it's for me. It's therapy. I need therapy from this world. I really need. It's fucking me up, this politics and this news and this newspapers. It's really depressing me. So yeah. Anyway, I'm wasting away the battery right now. Having put a sock over the phone, so the wind. There's no wind at the moment, and I'm walking, so there will not be much wind disturbance. But anyway, this stuff will not be too much. But I'm still pressed, yeah. Anyway, so today I'm hoping to continue on the theme of yesterday's following the inner tube. I think I have done enough of the colonialization stuff, and I go to the colon. That's interesting, no? Yeah, colon. The tube inside ourselves, which is being colonialized by bacteria and depending on the foods we eat. So I don't know how much I can write about it anymore because I need to improve my diet, as I said before. I think that is important. If I improve my diet, I will sure have better things to write. I will write better. So yeah, I will try today again, yeah? I will give it a try today. So I love to talk while going into the city, but it's just wasting battery. So I might as well stop and yeah, perhaps I perhaps can write something. Well, we'll see. I found a new technique today. Like I mention something I read inside the Ascende storyline, and I use it to spin a new story from a new mini story within the Ascende, Perma and the membranes line. I like that. I think I can use that further. Nice. To give an insight for the reader how I get inspired by real world news, real world technique or research news, technological or research news. Sometimes one also reads good news from politics, like for example that a local city of Bern, a local finance minister is opening a discussion whether the city of Bern should have a a right, a special right to buy houses which are being sold by the canton, the bigger department. So I think a future where local communities have all the power needs or is is good off when a lot of buildings, a lot of land is under administration, under decision powers of the community. And from then on, the community with majority votes can decide about leases, leasing a land 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 70 years, with the right to build a house on it or to use it for agriculture. I think this is the future. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm feeling tired. I wrote already 1,500 words this morning, and I uploaded it in Bern via Wi-Fi onto a computer, edited it, and put it out in the internet. So what I do right now is like 5:20 the evening. I have perhaps an hour or two, 1.5. I can write more, but it doesn't have to be. I can just sit in the wood and talk some bit, enjoy the birds, dance. I don't know dancing, but slow dance can help.